I'm all about US dollar strength at the moment. So, you know, Aussie dollar, US dollar, I've been interested in this. I think we was talking about this last week. Yeah, so still interested in Aussie dollar, US dollar. You know, it's been breaking this key level of support. So yeah, I've been interested in this today, guys, and you know, potentially taking this lower, because what supports this idea as well is, you know, the weekly chart. This, you know, this candle here that broke through this area of support, and it just has so much room to move into. So I really like Aussie dollar, US dollar. The $1 million question, you know, if we go back to the day chart, is how far will it retrace? Yeah, this is always, you know, we can pick the direction. You know, you don't have to be Warren Buffett to see that as in a downtrend, but it's how far will it retrace? Will it retrace to here, you know, maybe even up to the moving average 20? So obviously we can look for clues and break down in lower time frame price structures, but shorts, basically, I'm looking for shorts. Where will it retrace to? You know, we can see, but generally shorts on Aussie dollar, US dollar. And the other pair I was looking at today was pound US dollar, but this is just flown off today. Yeah, this is the day chart. You know, similar scenario to Aussie dollar, US dollar. It was, you know, this grey zone through here was a key level of support. And then price has just, you know, just broken down through that. And looking at these wicks here, I thought we had more room to the downside. And this was my higher time frame target. But whatever has gone on in my homeland today, the pound has just gone crazy strength today. Look at that daily candle. So, you know, is it retracing to an area of value before it comes back down? Or is this, you know, something a little bit more, you know, does it have more room, potential break to the upside? So, yeah, interesting area, pound US dollar right now. But overriding is US dollar strength.
Did you know our market scanning software, the EdgeFinder, just got even better? Check out our newest asset, Bitcoin. That's right, Bitcoin was our most requested feature update, and we're so excited to announce Bitcoin is finally here with plans to add even more crypto in the future. We've also updated our most popular feature, the Smart Money Tracker, adding even more data than before. The EdgeFinder not only automatically scores 8 different metrics for each asset to give it an overall buy, sell, or neutral score, but it also keeps track of bank and analyst positioning, stores historical fundamental data, shows how assets are trending throughout the day, and so much more. Right now, our YouTube viewers can get the EdgeFinder at a discounted price when they use promo code A1YT. You can check out the EdgeFinder with the link down in the description below, and again, get it for the special discounted price when you use promo code A1YT at checkout.
Yeah, and to carry back on that, the pound USD trade or concept right now, the pound benefiting a lot from this dollar strength right now, right? So the dollar, from the weakness specifically. Today, if we go back to that dollar chart just for a second, you've got the dollar. It's still in a really strong uptrend, but it's pulling back here today. I think, you know, you have to pay attention to the fact that this level of value, 103.9 for the dollar, has been really, really strong, right? So you've got this upward trend, but until this support zone kind of cracks, the dollar strength, I would say, is still in play, right? So when you're talking about the Australian dollar or the pound USD, yes, there has been some sort of relief rallies on this, but you got to be careful that you're not, getting too close to the sun with that. I think the dollar strength here is still valid, like you mentioned, until we start to see a crack underneath 103.9. I would generally agree. You know, a rally on the Australian dollar, the pound USD, both of those look like you got to be a little careful on that. Another one is Euro USD, and I'd love to get your take on this one too, Tom. I think you've got like 1.076. That's a key level of resistance. It was a huge level of support. Retested once. If it does make its way back there, I think that the downtrend is just so strong here, despite a little bit of a pullback from the dollar. Do you have any thoughts on the euro or any euro pairs for that matter?
Okay, well, let's start with euro US dollar. If I pull this zone here across, there's potentially, hitting a little bit of support as we speak for euro US dollar. Although, it's heavily downtrending, but it's just a little bit too oversold for me at this area. So
sure,
for me to start shorting this, I would need to see a move back, closer to the moving average 20. This entire grey zone will become, an interesting level. So it's just no value in this trade for me. I want to short it because of US dollar strength, but I need that retrace to, represent value, perhaps up to these highs to take lower. So yeah, it's difficult for me to trade euro right now. One euro pair I am, salivating over is euro Aussie dollar. I think this represents wonderful value, and I've been in this trade myself from earlier. So again, if we start with the weekly chart, and it also ties in nicely with what institutional traders are doing. I took a look at your graphic. People were longing euro and, shorting Aussie dollar. So this ties in perfectly with that, Nick, as well. So if we look at the weekly chart, clearly in an uptrend. We've got an area of support through here, and we've had quite a bullish reaction at these weekly lows. So I've got a couple of price targets in here, these two blue lines. All right, so weekly, represents good buying opportunities. And then if we drop down to the day chart, I just love this area of value. So, we was in a downtrend as far as I was concerned until we, started breaking these highs. We were getting higher lows, started to get higher highs, and now it's just retraced back into this area of what was once resistance is now support. I love this pattern. Yeah, what was once resistance, now support. And it just represents great value in here. And I've been in this trade, looking to take it to, potentially one of these targets.
Yeah, no, I really like that, Tom. And I also want to follow up with what you mentioned there in terms of institutional positioning. Love the chart pattern there. Resistance became support, right? We broke out, you pulled back. Love that concept on the technical side. And to mention what you talked about there with what COT data is showing us, it definitely complements your trade in the sense that I've isolated. What I did is I just selected on this, the drop down menu here, I selected euro and the Australian dollar. And so what we can see here is we've got a nice view of just those two currencies, and we can cross-examine them, if you will. I always like to use the baseball card analogy. It's like taking two baseball cards and you're looking at the stats of each player, or basketball, or whatever you watch or play or are interested in. It doesn't matter. The sports cards, football, right? Yeah, soccer. I'm just kidding. But whatever it is you watch or play, we could take a look at the stats. And this is kind of what we're trying to do. When we look at the Australian dollar and the European currency, this is what we're trying to do as currency traders. We're trying to evaluate which one is more valuable to try and trade, especially when it starts giving you those price action readings to be long or short. So you mentioned that you're long bias on Euro Aussie. Well, it complements very nicely what institutional traders are doing. They're very long on the euro and they're very short on the Australian dollar. So it adds extra confluence to your concept there. Not only do you think that it's a nice buy trade, but so does on average institutional money, which seems to be very short Aussie, very long euro. And again, you get that nice price action pattern to align with it. It adds more confluence. Now, also in terms of, this, we can also see just in a contract basis. And of course, these are based on futures contracts. You can see there's a huge net open interest on the short side of the Australian dollar and the euro. We can get more granular if you want to. And guys who are watching the stream, feel free to pause it if you want to take a screenshot or whatever. It doesn't matter to us. But I will also say, like I mentioned earlier, we are doing a giveaway for a copy of our software. You can join that giveaway for free by clicking the link that's in the chat right now. We're going to drop it one more time. Click this link, message in, and let us know you want to join the EdgeFinder free giveaway. Here it is. Link's right here. Just click that. Let us know. And while we're at it, guys, while we're mentioning stuff to do, make sure to also go check out Tom's channel. We just dropped this a minute ago. If you guys would like to join or follow Tom on his own social media content, he's got YouTube. You can click that link that's in the chat right now and join him there for future content. He does live streams and things like that. So definitely worth the follow. And look at that. I mean, Tom, that Euro Aussie is looking real strong here this morning.
Yeah, nice trade. You know, that what was once resistance becomes support is such a beautiful setup. Yeah, that there, you know, that's my bread and butter right there. You know, and it's at such a good value level.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, and it's putting in this higher low. What will be really interesting to see here too, Tom, for anybody else who's watching this pair, you know, if we can clear those highs, again, what's so beautiful about that concept, that simple price action pattern, is that you can get that story to repeat over and over, right? So we have resistance here. What if we break out here and retest? And then we break out here, we retest, right? We're forming, this is how trends are formed. We basically get these nice ebbs and flows where key resistance breaks again, new buying rushes in. And again, we're in that, what seems to be that pattern forming now on the Euro Aussie. We'll see how well that persists this week.
Don't forget to check out the links in the description if you want our broker recommendation, access to our free Discord, free EdgeFinder, or want to chat with us on Telegram. Remember, you can watch us live in the markets every morning starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and we have lots more free trading tools and content available on our website, a1trading.com. Thanks for watching.